Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video I wanted to show you a quick tutorial on how you can migrate data from your on-premises environment and primarily the data residing on a Windows server, a file share server, and just a C drive or other drive partition. If you want to move that over to SharePoint or user's personal OneDrive, Microsoft has a tool called SharePoint Migration Tool, and that's what I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to show you how you can move data with an example. So right now I'm logged into a VM here. It's just a VM I created. It's a Windows Server 2022, and yeah, as you can see, that's what it is. I'm gonna show you what the current file structure looks like. So if I go to this PC, we have a volume called just B and new volume. That's my C drive. So let's say you have a different volume, a share or something like that, and you want to move the data inside that volume. So inside this volume I have created the parent or the root folder called test share, and inside that there are different folders that I've created. Each of them are empty, and then there is one called user data. So my plan was to show you how to move the folders to a SharePoint site and the user data folder to a user's OneDrive on Microsoft 365 environment. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, we will need the tool. It's called SharePoint Migration Tool. You need to log in to the admin portal, so I'm gonna do that. I'll go to the Edge browser, admin.microsoft.com will take me to the Microsoft 365 admin center. Okay, we'll click on show all and we'll go to SharePoint, and once that's loaded we will go to the migration option here on the left, and then we will choose file share and click on get started. So click on that, and after it's finished loading, it's still loading here, we will click on download agent. So this is the agent or the tool I was talking about. So we'll click on download here. It's going to download that, very lightweight. Just install it, and it's gonna say what method do you want to use. So we'll just go with the user credential authentication. You can choose certificate, but I don't usually do that. I'm not sure why you would. To make things easier and simple, just use user credential. So we'll select that, hit next, and it is saying that we need to trust this site probably. So we'll just hit add, and we'll hit add, and then we'll hit close. And it didn't work. Okay, let's do again. Add. Let's see if it's added, and we will click close. There we go. We can't sign in JavaScript requires sign in. The browser either doesn't support or is being blocked. Oh, so we ran into the first issue here. Let's try troubleshooting it, which was not the intention, but this is how it usually goes. You just run into problems. And now it's working. So I guess we just had to reload it after adding that site as a trusted site. So I'm gonna go ahead and log in with my account here. I'll just pause the video so you don't have to wait. Okay, so we're back again. So yeah, I'm signing in with the global admin account for the tenant, and we just hit on next, and now it's gonna ask us for the local account. So we need two things. We need the global admin account for your tenant, which is this here, this thing, and then we will need admin account for the server itself. And I'm just gonna enter it's automatically detected that, so I'm just gonna enter the password for the login to the server, and then we'll hit install. It's processing. As you can see, there's a blue slider, And there we go. This is optional step. The migration agent has been set up successfully, but this is an optional where it just makes you check if the admin account you provided has access to all the share and the data. So we are gonna do the testing here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just try. First of all, I'll share this because I think I haven't shared it. In your environment, this would already be shared. So I'm just gonna hit apply. Okay, let's go back to permission and we'll give the administrator account full permission. Okay, full permission, apply. Okay, let's go. Alright, so let's test this path here. And we'll go back to the tool, we'll put that in here, hit test, and successfully this tool has full access to the share. So when we do migrate, it's not gonna run into any problems. So now that our agent is installed properly, we will go back to the SharePoint Admin Center in the browser, and then we would see that if we go to the agents, we have the agent installed. It says agent is connected and the state is enabled. Now you can choose to install or set the directory, working directory, to a different location. One place you would want to do it is if your C drive doesn't have enough storage, because it needs storage for processing or migrating the data to the cloud. I usually set the agent path to somewhere else where there's enough space for it to work with. But for this tutorial, I'm just gonna leave it in C drive. Okay, but yeah, just so you know, you have the option to adjust the path of the working directory. So yeah, going back, we have made sure the agent is working. Now we can proceed to the next step of scanning our source. So in this case, the source would be everything that we want to migrate. So if I go back to the File Explorer again, what we want to migrate is all these folders to a SharePoint site and this folder to a user OneDrive. Alright, so we are gonna start scanning. We'll click on add source path. We can also upload as a CSV file, but since there's so limited data, I'm just gonna manually add the path. So we'll go back to the server again. We will go to test share, and then we will just open properties so we can get the path. I'm just gonna copy that path, put it here, and I'll select add all subfolders because my goal was to move everything inside here. So if I choose this option, it's gonna map out everything. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So now you can see it automatically picked all the folders inside that main share, test share, and you can see there's folder 1, 2, 3, and user data. So instead of me mapping them individually, I just selected the main or parent share, and it just automatically added all the subfolders. And now you can see it's already scanning. It's queued up all these folders. It's not gonna find anything inside them because I didn't add, there is no data in them. I just created them right now, and it's already finished scanning one of the folder, which is folder 2. So you're gonna have to wait for all of this to finish, and keep in mind you want to do this so in the actual environment you want to set up a cutover day where you would let the people know, or let the users know, okay, this is gonna be the cutover time. It could be like in the evening of a Friday when all the users have logged out and they will no longer be working on the files inside the share. That would be the perfect time to start scanning the data and then also migrating it over, because then you don't have to worry about them adding more into the existing file or like working and then you're missing the data. on the SharePoint side. So just decide a cutover date when everybody is off the server, off the file share, and you can just, you know, peacefully migrate the data over to SharePoint. So I'm just gonna refresh this here, and hopefully everything is completed, the scan. 2 are completed, 2 are still in queue. So I'm gonna move forward. So we, again, going back to the main plan, was migrating folder 1, 3, and 2 to a SharePoint site. So let's pick that here. I'm gonna go back to active sites, open in a new tab, and let's just move the data under let's do a test. Okay, let's go under test. So this is where I want to move it to. I'm gonna grab this site address, or let me just show you that it's currently empty. So I am on the test site. I will go to documents, and then in here there's one here. I'm just gonna delete that and hit refresh, and this site, test site, has no data whatsoever. After the migration is complete, we should see folder 1, 2, and 3 listed here. So I'm gonna go back to the migration dashboard, and it's almost done. Just folder 1 is still in progress for some reason. However, we will start copying these scanned items into the migrations. Okay, so there's scans tab. This is where it show you all the scanned item. There is migration tab where all the migration is happening, and this is the agents tab where you see the status of the agent which is installed on the server. Okay, so it's currently empty migration because there is no migration happening. In scans, we just scanned all the folders we needed to move over, and they are all completed now. So I'm gonna start copying them over. So I'll click on, select the source, and we'll click on copy to migration, and this is where we choose the destination. So since this is a folder, not user data, I just want us move it to a SharePoint site. So again, I'll click on that, hit SharePoint, click on next. It's gonna ask us for the path or the destination of the site. I'm gonna copy the address from here, so we'll just click on copy link, go back, and we would just paste it in the destination, and it should automatically detect that. And it's giving us all the library. We want it to be moved under documents, so that is what I'm gonna select. If you paste the link when you're doing this and you don't see anything populating, the reason could be you just created that site, so you need to give SharePoint some time to see that new site that you just created. But if it's an older site, like a site that exists like for a couple of days or older, then it should automatically pick that up after you enter or you paste the site address. So we'll hit next here. We want to run it now. Let's just call it folder 1 and just hit run. And now if we go over to migration tab, you would see the folder 1 is set. We have the source, we have the destination, and the status is it's waiting agent. Soon it will start copying the data over. We are gonna do the same for folder 2 and 3. So we'll select folder 2, copy migration, SharePoint, hit next, copy paste the site address, which is the test site, and it'll automatically load all the libraries it has. Hit next. We'll call it folder 2. We are running it now. We'll check the migration tab, and there is folder 2. We'll do the same for folder 3. Hit next, click on copy, SharePoint, next, paste, and there we go. Hit next, folder 3, run now, check again, and we will see all the folders here. Okay, and folder 1 is already 1% completed, so that's good. Let's copy the users folder, user data folder now. Okay, so we'll click on that, and this is going to be different because we wanted to move this to a user's OneDrive, not SharePoint. So this time we will choose OneDrive. Hit next, Now we need the URL, so I'm gonna go back to the admin center and we will pick a user here. Let's pick John Smith. And we don't have a OneDrive tab for this user. Interesting. It could be that we don't have this is a trial tenant, this is not an actual tenant, but usually you would have accounts, licenses, there would be mail tab, and then there would be OneDrive, and you will click on OneDrive and get the link to their OneDrive. But that's fine. We'll just pick our own OneDrive. So the user I'm logged in with, we'll just use their OneDrive instead. So I'll go to my files here, and let's see. Oh, we have run into another problem, so let's figure it out. We need to figure out the URL for these users OneDrive. So let's see. If I go to SharePoint Admin Center and go to Settings, and then click on OneDrive, Sync, Storage, Retention. Let's see. Thing in policies. Okay, this is a problem. So I've run into an issue where I don't see the OneDrive tab for these users to get the link to their OneDrive. And if I go to my own OneDrive, it just says my here. So let's see if it actually works. So I'm just gonna copy the link. Let's say home, and let's see if I paste it in here, if it picks that up. So the link should look something like this, and it's not working. So usually it would say personal, so let's just type personal, and then let's type in the name of the user. So I'm gonna pick Adele here, and their username is Adele V. If I go here, does that work? No, that doesn't. Does that work? Nope. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, I don't know. You should not run into this problem because you will have an actual tenant. This is just a trial or test tenant, so that's why I'm running into this problem. But let me see if I can figure it out. If I can't, then just gonna pick a site. I'm not sure why this is not giving me the link. It just says my. Okay, let's see if I try sharing this, what it does. Copy the link. Copy the link and notepad. Guys, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out the link to my personal OneDrive, which I think is this here. Oh. Okay, let's try this. So it's supposed to be personal. No. And then the username. Let's see if that works. It still doesn't work. Oh. No. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry, guys. Just keep in mind in your tenant you would see the OneDrive tab for this user here, and you can just easily copy their OneDrive link. I know there's other way of getting it, but I don't want to spend a lot of time here. So that is why I'm just gonna move this user's data to another SharePoint site. For that, we will just pick, let's just say retail, or let's do offboarded user. I'm gonna copy the link to the site and just paste that here. And now even that says not a valid OneDrive destination. Enter a URL or email address. Oh, so we can also try an email address. Huh, interesting. Let's try that. So let's try with an email address. See if it automatically picks up the OneDrive for that user. Oh, there we go. Awesome. So this is something new I learned too. You don't need the link. If you can't get their OneDrive link, you just enter their email address and it automatically detects that. And you can of course pick the path where you want to share it to. So we'll hit next. We call it Adele and just run it now. And if we check migration, everything is running and folder 1, 2, 3 are already completed. So let's go and take a look. So we will reload the test site and there is no data. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Why is there no data here? Let's go back. Okay, let me just go to test site again. But it says completed, and that's the destination. Not found. Oh, this is just a lot of the only reason I could think of is that there was no data in those folders, and that is the reason why this is not showing anything. But the migration tool is saying it's completed, but there was no data. I thought I would just copy the folder. So let me just make this video even longer by adding some things in the folder here. So I'm just gonna create a new folder and create a new file. Let's just call it that. Let's create another one. Name is something random. Let's create another one. Okay, let's run the scan again. We'll go back. We're gonna go back to the scan section. Choose folder 1, scan contents. It's queued up. Let me see how long the video is. Gonna be 23 minutes. Holy shit. So it's queued up. Scan is completed. Let's copy it over to migration again. And SharePoint, hit next. Let's give it the link to this test site. And next, second try for folder 1. Hit 1. Let's go to migration. We have second try for folder 1, 0% complete. It's waiting for the agent. Let's refresh it. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this is because there was no data to be migrated, so that's probably why the test site after the migration was all empty. And I'm hoping when I add those text documents, it's gonna move them. Let's go to migration and test. Go to migration. Still waiting on the agent. Okay. Let's go to migration. Okay, it says completed. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. And there is no data. Huh. Why is that? That is strange. Let me go to the other site here. No, this is not the right site. Why is there no data? Oh, that is strange. Okay, so I'm just gonna end the video here. This is how you do migration. I've done hundreds of these, and for some reason, sorry. Okay, it's still waiting on the edge. I'm like, am I losing my mind here? For some reason, it's not moving the empty folders or just the empty data. Empty says 1% complete. Okay, I don't know what's. Let's see if it made anything here. Oh, there we go. New folder. Was there? Yes, there was a new folder here. Okay. Alright, so it is working. I am not losing my mind here. Yeah, so I guess if the folders are empty, it's not gonna move anything to the SharePoint. But if there are files inside them, then it will. And it says completed. Let's have a look. So it was new folder. We should have documents there. There we go. So yeah, 4 minutes ago, they were all just moved now by the agent. And with that, I'm gonna just stop the video because it's 27 minutes long. I didn't intend it to be this long, but this is just raw. This is how things go when you do things in IT. Hopefully you find this helpful. Thanks for watching. Take care.